Okay, so the area. Haha. What was our original area?
We called it 1.
Called 1. I'm just going to sit down on the steps here. The original area was 1. The next area was
1 plus a third, so 4 thirds.
1 plus a third. And then what did we add on the next step?
Then we added, it was 481.
We went to 40, 27.
We went to 40 27ths. So the second time we added on area, how much area did we add?
I think it was 4 27ths.
So we added 4 27ths.
4 thirds.
So we went from 1 plus, we started at 1, then we added on a
And
third,
And then,
which was 3 ninths, right?
then we ended on 4/27.
We added on 4 27ths, which is it went from 3 ninths to 12 over 81. So it went from 1
12 over, it would be,
to 3 ninths, then 12 over 81. Okay?
Yep.
So how much area did we add this time?
Well, you add these triangles are these little triangles, they're 1/9 of these triangles,
Okay.
which are
1/9
of
these triangles, which are 1/9 of the big triangle.
Okay.
So it's 1/9.
It's a ninth of a ninth of a ninth.
Okay, so what is that?
Wouldn't it be, it would be 1 over 243 times 3.
I think it would be 1 over 729.
Okay, 1 over 729. So each one of these little triangles, point to one of the littlest little triangles, those ones. 729 of those fit into the big triangle. How many of those did we add on this time, of those 729s?
We added,
I think it was 16 so for sides, so 48.
yeah.
So we had 48 over 729. Okay. So first we added a third,
And then we added 12.
4 27ths.
Then 12 over 81.
Well, 4 27ths is 12 over 81. First we added a third, then we added 4 27ths.
Then
Now we're adding
48 over 729.
48 over 729, but that can be simplified. What's 48 divided by 3?
Well, it's 16.
So we're adding 16 over 243. So it goes a third, 4 27ths,
16 over 243.
16 over 243. So how do I go from a third to 4 27ths to 16 over 243?
So, well, you can, if you multiply by 4, if you can do a third is 3 ninths. So if you multiply by 4 thirds, well, you'd get, no, you wouldn't get it.
Right, I go from a third to 4 27ths. What do I have to multiply by?
You have to multiply by 4 ninths.
4 ninths. Okay? How do I go from 4 27ths to 16 over 243?
Oh, 4, 3 times 4 is what?
Well, I think you have to multiply by 4 ninths again.
Okay?
And then because
So I seem to keep adding on
4 9.
4 ninths.
But 4 ninths is less than 1.
Right, so the amount I keep adding on keeps decreasing. The amount of
It'll
area I
go
keep adding
to
on keeps
0.
decreasing. And eventually it goes to 0.
Eventually, you're not going to be adding any more area on.
But
Eventually I'm not adding too much more
the
area.
perimeter keeps growing, and
Yeah.
the area keeps shrinking.
How can you look at the shape and know that the area is going to remain finite?
Well, you could like draw a square around it.
Yeah, how? Like what's a very natural shape we have around this thing already?
Well, we have the walls.
We have our living room around this shape. It doesn't seem to be going outside of the living room.
No.
So it seems to be staying finite.
Yeah.
So the question of what this area goes to is a little bit more complicated than I'm going to talk about right now.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think it goes to 2 though.
But it converges on something.
It converges on something. And we'll figure that out maybe when we have a whiteboard.
Yeah.
okay? But it definitely seems to be staying finite, because it seems to be staying inside the living room here, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about this shape, by the way?
It's pretty interesting.
What do you think? Tell me one thing that you think is interesting about it.
Well, that it's infinitely finite.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
infinitely
There's
finite.
something going on for infinity, but something else staying finite.
Okay, what do you think is interesting about it?
Well, we said that the area the perimeter might go to infinity, but didn't we say that the area goes to 0?
The area we're adding on
Goes to
goes to 0.
0.
So the area does get a little bit bigger every time. It doesn't ever shrink. Like this area inside this isn't smaller than what we started out with, right? Because we're always building those triangles out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually you'll be adding on nothing.
Eventually you'll be adding on.
But and the actual area of the shape stays fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Pretty neat, guys. Good job. Good job. Too bad we couldn't do it with the side lengths of 81, right?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.